I'm a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching my brothers die. And I've built all coffins much too often, and it gets so dark when our mothers cry. I know more than I want to, but not nearly enough. I thought I was running for the love, but it just turned to be lust, and my trust in us was gullibility. The reality is just that. I'm not who I was, nor who I will be, but sometimes I feel me visiting, and I fill me with the lush scent of soul, the flavor of feeling, a rush of color. I think the pleasure may kill me. The pressure squeezes and spills me into the language of the unseen, the unthought, and the undreamed. In my heart begins to pump the thick, rich fluid of verse, searching for a simple word or phrase to fill the phase between the wet nurse and the black hearse. And I know sometimes my words lack worth, lack the depth, lack girth, lack the distance to travel from heaven to earth, or from mind to brain, or from soul to flesh. I hold my breath and I hollow hope that my hopes ain't hollow. It's just a message in a bottle, or a genie in a bottle, or a baby in a bottle, or a wine on his bottle. This symphony of me is stuck in staccato like a broken breakbeat, breaking the vinyl into bits of blackness, spinning in circles. Come down, selector. Last night the DJ took my life and left the speakers empty, and the speakers speechless, and the dancers still. Dancing or not, they don't see our music as musing, merely amusing amusement. How could they know in basement booths we balance the nexus between where the soul and the flesh is, where the science of intellect is? We rock jeans like a necklace and drop jewels in gutters. But they fooled our mothers into thinking that they could raise sons in the darkness of night. But isn't the night always dark before the sun is raised? And when the sun is raised, doesn't he make the block hot, and the eyes squint, and the breasts wet, and the trees grow, and the children play? The raised sun makes the pavement seem wavy apparitions, the mirage of future. But I know I'm a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching my brothers die. And I've built our coffins much too often, and it gets so dark when our mothers cry. So now I'm walking a thin line between love and hate, between words that are spoken and beats that break. There's a thin line between a bullet in the chamber and a bullet in the brain. I'm civilized, sane, a little savage in me. It's not a little savage in me, it's a lot of passion in me. And sometimes the soul rolls out of control without a glass of Henny. And some niggas are fine with being slaves just as long as master's friendly. And others spit fire at master until the Mac is empty. You don't need to pass a sentence to see the assassin in me, but know that no soul is taken accidentally. The angel of death has an itinerary and snatch you right out of your Bentley, right out of your Gucci jeans, and right out of your Fendi, right out of your dashiki, and right out of your Kenti. Allah has written in his book and there's no erasing the pen's ink. So why do we ignore what God knows and rely on what men think? We're just boys in a back street trying to get in sync. But my balance is off. My talent is lost. I've married my art, but she's barren of course, and I can hear in her voice that we're nearing divorce. So before I hear him get caught, I may have to kill my dreams and bury the corpse. I should have teared for the loss. I feel like I'm bearing the cross, but my conception is so far from immaculate. For the most part, we a bunch of bastard kids. Our fathers are gone, caught on the sacrificial masochist because our lives are dead wrong, but resurrected like Lazarus because our mothers are strong. And our romance is about as romantic as the master's kiss, but we have got to move on. And our lives are about as painful as the master's whip, but we have got to move on. And I wish I could just sing for justice, but I know no such song. I know about Shahada, Salah, and Quran, Jihad, martyrdom, and home. bombs. And sure, they're gonna sound wrong for talking about homemade bombs, but a leader of the free world can drop A-bombs and napalm and got a nerve to ask why do they hate us when they still got the blood on their palms? When they stayed long and sang songs about freedom and justice all bloody day long. They claim to live right, but they have got to be dead wrong. And me just because I'm so young and headstrong, but right now I'm ready to run headlong into enemy fire. It's like with desire death. I just got the same blood that pumps to a lined chest. I come from a line of warriors that take off their iron vest, unsheathe their swords and sprint to the thick of the mess. So I am begging them now, send me your best. There's only two possible outcomes. One, I can send them to rest, or two, they can send me to my Lord. I like the second one the best, but I will kill the killers and live and settle for less, because I'm already a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching my brothers die, but I won't build our coffins, and I will not take part in the death of my heart's kin. I'd rather die. Let me think about another day. I've yet to learn the secret art of having peace at heart. I take the angst and the anger, make a piece of art. Then I speak it and I share it, and the peace departs to find its home in the warmth of the people's hearts. If I don't have peace with me, how can I have peace with God? It's all or nothing. You can't worship a piece of God. In fact, the peace of God's a facade, where the secrets are. You worship God, remember God, until you're seeing God. And then you're hearing and you're seeing and you're being God. In your hands and your feet and you're being God. The human being, God. Only if the human beings knew who the human beings are, my Lord. Got a soft spot for widows and killers, for orphans and oracles, for the saints and the sinners, for prophets and niggas. Every short is a picture, every word is a sentence, every sign is a scripture. This world, this life is mostly lies and fitna. Everything in this world is cursed except for those who remember. So I open the universe and wrote a poem in the center, a post-it note. You hold it close like your coat in the winter. This will make the sky blush and make outer space spasm. Take the head of the devil, turn his castle to a chasm, a 44 magnum within my weirdolasm, since before Adam and before Adams. A-T-O-M, A-D-A-M, before B-C, A-D-A-M, P-M, Carpe D-M, T-H-E-M, Wolf Dean, with them. Yes, a spirit I could hear, but I couldn't see him. Said, play Madison Square, but I ain't believe him. He said, you'll sell out the garden, straight Adam and Eve him, then kick out the devil just to make you even. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Oh, here's the mic.
Bless you.